Hi, Matt again here. Um, Subject I want to talk today about just a little bit is um, the issue that is brought up constantly on my YouTube channel and just about any place, any internet channel or anything that I make a video on or comment on. Um, when it comes to hating or disliking or disapproving of the actions or teachings of someone in particular. Let's say, for instance, I disagree with adamantly disagree with a person's religion or their application of the religion or whatever it might be. Or here most recently, if I disagree with, let's say, homosexuality, for instance, if I think that homosexuality is a sin. I was commenting a little while ago on a video that I watched about this hate crime bill that's going to be passed, and this, they're going to make it basically what the hate crime bill is going to do is it's going to be unconstitutional. First off, it's going to make it where people, just because of their particular choice of sex life or whatever it may be, mostly homosexual people, but maybe other people too, I don't know, are going to get preferential treatment when crimes are committed against them, as opposed to just a regular citizen when the crime is committed against that person. Let's say I'm just walking down the street and a big bunch of guys comes and beats me up. Um, if they get caught, they just get assault and battery charges or whatever. And if they just beat me up, they don't kill me, then they're going to get assault and battery charges, right? Okay, now let's say that same bunch of guys is walking down the street and they find they come upon a gay person, whether they're male or female, it doesn't matter, and they beat that person up. Well, all of a sudden, because of this law, what they've done is now basically terrorism when it comes right down to it, and they're going to get punished a lot more severely and a lot more quickly. Whereas when when I get beaten, the charges will be less and their punishment will be a lot less. Why am I worth less than a gay person? Why is my life and my freedom and my right not to be beaten any less than a person who just happens to be gay or black or whatever it may be? And how on earth are they going to determine whether or not this crime was motivated by hate? But the worst part about this whole thing is that it's going to they're going to try to make it where, let's say, for instance, you're a Christian or whatever, a Jewish person, a Muslim, or whatever you may be. Whatever religions believe that, say, homosexuality is a sin. Well, if your pastor or your bishop or your minister or your rabbi or your mullah or whoever it is stands up in the pulpit and makes a statement that basically says that gays are sinning or whatever, or even if they say something like black people are inferior or whatever it may be, which is their constitutional right to say that and to think it if that's what they want to say and think. I don't like the fact that they say those things, but they do say them and they believe them, and they have the right to say and believe those things. Now let's say they do that, and somebody in that church or somebody that hears that speech goes out and finds a gay person or a black person or whatever it might be and beats them up. Guess what? It's over for that minister or for that whatever, mullah or rabbi or whoever it may be. It's over for them because they have incited a hate crime. Now, if that same minister were in the pulpit and said he didn't like I don't know, showgirls, and so some idiot goes out and they find a showgirl and they beat her up, well, nothing's going to happen to that minister because that showgirl is not protected under any law. She's just a regular citizen. She's actually protected under the basic laws, but nothing's going to happen to the minister because he said he didn't like showgirls and somebody went out and beat up a showgirl. Well, the point I'm making is that when I responded to that, somebody responded back to me, somebody commented and said, well, how dare you think this? How dare you back hate? And I'm not backing hate at all. When I stand up and I disagree with Mormonism, or if I disagree with Judaism, or if I disagree with agnosticism or Darwin or whatever it may be that you out there in the viewing public find to be true, that doesn't mean I hate somebody. I'm not hating you just because I disagree with you, and I'm not hating anybody because I say that what they do is a sin. And that people think that you can't hate the sin and love the sinner. Well, just look at your own child. If you have a child or children, if those children do something that's wrong, or that you disagree with, or that you find annoying, or whatever it may be, if they commit a crime or if they disobey you, do you hate that child? Well, of course you don't. If you do, there's something terribly wrong with you. Children naturally disobey. Children naturally rebel. Children naturally do things that are wrong. And so do human beings in general. Human beings in general do things that are wrong and do sin. It doesn't mean I hate them. It just means that I disagree with what they're doing, and I want them to change. I personally am a sinner. I've sinned, and I understand that I'm no better than those people on any real level, except for the fact that I've accepted Christ as my Savior. But just because I'm a sinner doesn't mean that I don't have the right to stand up and say that other things that are going on in this country and in the world are wrong, and they're off track, and they're whatever. I have the right to say that, and I'm not hating anybody just because I say that. So that's really what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that you can disagree with something. You can say that it's wrong. You can say that it's a sin, and it doesn't mean that you hate somebody just because you say that. So if you've gotten anything out of this at all, just get that disagreement and condemnation of actions is not hatred of a person. Thank you.